Hi guys, how you guys doing? Um, just want to do some porch rant. So I got my computer fixed. I got my computer back yesterday. It got fixed, so I used it on a live this morning on my YouTube channel, and it won't. It doesn't have. It'll stay on the live as long as I'm recording. So it's the only way I can go live for more. For musical stuff anymore. But I like it because it has a wider. You know, I think they call that landscape view, and it doesn't flip the thing from left-handed to right-handed. It looks the way it really does. So I think it's cool. I just did a video where I jammed out some, and then I did kind of a tribute to Ozzy by doing a little bit of stuff around "Goodbye to Romance." So that was for Ozzy. Thank. So so my computer's back out of the shop, and I know I have to do button up Monday. I didn't feel like doing it this morning. I just didn't. I didn't want to, new computer. The first thing I want to do isn't throw on my suit and tie. I just want to chill a little bit with the computer and everything. And it's a funny thing I want to talk about: the business versus the art, and the tame side versus the wild side of Shirtless Guy. I want to talk about that a little bit. It takes both sides of me, whether it be tame, wild, business versus play or non-business. It takes both sides. It takes every side that is me to make me me. I get some. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but the moderator kind of gets at me like I've got to be more businessman, and I've got to be more, tight and straight, and just toe the line a little bit because it's good for business, and that may be true, and nothing wrong with having money, but I get it. But if I'm not, at the end of the day, if I'm not doing me in the process, the money's not helping me. What all money can do is buy me food, place to stay. We already have that, but you can get more of it. But what is good is that if I'm not even being me to get that? The matter says it's not a sellout. Well, each person has to decide what's a sellout to them. It may not be a sellout for Donald Trump to do what he does to be president of the United States, but it would be a sellout for me to do, to do even a millionth of that much business. I have to be me at the end of the day. If I'm not being me, then you can have the money. Now, the money's fine, but the one thing that worked about the moderator and I, still does, is that he accepted my shredding when it comes to my guitar playing. He didn't. He called it not changing the stripes on the tiger. He let me shred, but then that opened up doors to make me sing and write songs and be an artist because he didn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Well, the same is true of the wild side of me. You can't just expect to change me at my core and then offer me a few bucks in return and expect that to fly. It just doesn't. I'll make money, sure, fine, but not at the expense of my soul. And by soul, I mean being true to myself, being myself. I'm not gonna take any of the money I make in this life with me when I die, but I will have whatever my imprint was, and you could be a billionaire, but if you die, your money still goes to somebody else when you die. But what did you do with your life? I'm not trying to throw anyone. Yeah, I'm not trying to be negative or anything. I'm just saying how I feel about this subject, and I'm transparent with you guys. So that's what I'm doing. Now there are two sides. There are other sides to me besides just the wild side, though. But you can't throw the wild side out with the reward and then expect the other sides to just go on chilling like they would without the wild side. See, that's the thing. It takes the wild side to do everything in me to do everything else I do. If I didn't have a wild side, I wouldn't be doing anything else, probably. I wouldn't be doing guitar, because guitar is a wild instrument. You have to have some wild side. I mean, it just look like who are you? Wild is rock and roll. If I didn't have a wild side, I wouldn't be walking around town, and it wouldn't be the reputation of Shirtless Guy in the first place. So you don't get to make me start to succeed doing me and then say, but you can succeed even more if you stop doing you, Jimmy. No. I've had enough success if that's the cost. If the cost is I have to be something I'm not or cut out a part of me, then I've done good and see ya. Doesn't mean I don't want more, but I come first. My being true to myself comes before my possessions, or even my worldly influence via possessions. Possession of money, not you guys know what I mean, I think. So, and there's an analogy about the matter and I were talking about people that write their songs when they're being themselves, and then when they get famous, they go on a tour bus and they stop being. Their life changes. They're not doing themselves anymore. They're on a tour bus, and that changes their life experience, which then changes their music, and not usually for the better. At least being me, I'm continuing the process that makes me write the music I write. Change me, and you change that too. You can't have the top half of the glass without the bottom half. The top half won't stay floating up there without the bottom half to hold it up. It'll just go down and be the bottom half. So that's an analogy, a metaphor. Just made up that, but that's kind of the point. If the top half of the glass is the cream somebody wants, well, you got to have the bottom half to hold that up. Otherwise, it doesn't stay at the top. I was watching a movie about 15 years ago. That somebody was about some religious person, or the character was a religious person, and he said in the movie, if you take away my demons, you probably take away my angels too. So if you cut out like the part of Shirtless Guy that you want to cut out, everything, the other parts that you like are going to change too, and then you just threw away Shirtless Guy, just not directly and just not in one stroke. And I'm Shirtless Guy, so that doesn't sound like a good deal to me. So I'm not saying, and yes, I want to promote the Raderator pedal. We're going to have an auction. It's going to start at $1, and just keep it simple and auction some off. And I love the Raderator. It is my sound. I mean, the drum pedal gives me a beat to my sound. The looper may give me a chance to play over myself with my sound, but the Raderator is my sound. So that's already a good thing. If it's suggested that I can get more clout from that by altering myself, that doesn't sound good. But if we sell the pedal and all that, that's great. And in fact, I'm taking the steps to do that. I want to advertise it more. I did a video where I showed the pedal and explained the knobs on it. And I'm also going on here and there about it being my sound. Whenever you hear me play, that's what you're hearing is the Raderator. It's not that is my tone. So if you like my tone, you like the Raderator. So fess up. So, and I'm just being transparent. I'm just being me, dude. I don't. The haters seem to want someone else to hurt. And I don't want that. I don't want anyone to hurt. I really don't even want my haters to hurt. And people say haters are okay, or hate is okay if what they're saying is can be contrived to be helpful or true. But don't forget, hate isn't the words you say, it's the attitude you say them with. Hate is saying something to try to cause or rejoice in the detriment of somebody else. Doesn't matter. You could say I love you and still be a hater if that I love you is designed to hurt the other person or hurt somebody else. It doesn't matter what you say, it's your intent. And haters have the intent to hurt me. They could say, happy Jimmy, good morning, sunshine blues, love rock, and then they still want to hurt me. It doesn't make them not haters because they said a nice thing. Hate is not just choice of words, it's heart condition. Do you hate me or not? If you do, then I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say, I love you, Jimmy, and then as I turn around, the knife, goes in, it's an attitude. It's not a one-time slip or benefit of language and word choice. It's a heart condition. It's an attitude. And I try not to hate my haters because it's their right to hate me, first of all, and I can't change it, and they're them. And if I hate them, I become a hater too, and it hurts me. So I've made progress. And of course, I've said this many times, and that's why I'm not going on about it right now. It sounds like the boy that cried wolf, but my latest thing is I just subscribe to think of it in my mind here. Willard. I just subscribe to Willard. You know, why should I hate him when he makes me laugh? He does videos about me that are probably that might be designed that might be designed for pure hate or not. I don't know. I'm not a judge of anybody's. I'm not the judge of his heart, but they make me laugh. You know, even if it's like stuff that's supposed to sound like they're putting me down, I think about it for a second and I start cracking up. It's funny, you know. How can it not be? What they're saying is funny, you know. You know, they're actually, if all that's generated by them, they're creatives themselves. They create hate or they create mockery of me, but that itself is a creation, which makes them artists as well. Why should one artist hate another? Aren't all artists should be on the same side, because we're all trying to express our feelings through our art, so we become artists, not neurotics. Matter taught me that. And give love to each other and heal the world. Whether I get my butt hurt in the process is not the point, or immaterial even. It's, does the art move the world forward? That's what I'm after, not Jimmie needs to be liked by everybody. That can't happen for anybody. Not even Donald Trump the Great is liked by everybody, because I don't like him, so I know that for sure because I don't like him. But that doesn't make him bad, doesn't make him not great, doesn't mean I wouldn't respect him if I saw him in real life. Believe me, I would. My dad taught me that, and I thought Donald Trump was 6'3" when I googled him, which is exactly my dad's height. It turns out he might be heightening with his shoes, but whatever. I respect Donald Trump. I don't agree with him. I don't think he's the nicest guy I've ever met. But you got to, to me, somebody who makes billions of dollars and gets the presidency of the United States under his belt there's something to respect there, or I would be just stupid, right? So he's he's good at what he does, and that's what I respected about my dad. I'm kind of going tangential here, but I'm just talking. What I respected about my dad to start me forgiving him wasn't love; it was respect for what he did. What he did right, he did well, and he did it with good intentions. His skunk works thing, his Illuminati thing. I don't have his nail tags, Navy tags on right now because I don't want to wear them constantly, but I still love wearing them. Navy tags. That takes character to do that, and someone with character deserves respect, whether they like or hate you or not, or whether they hit you or don't hit you or not. And I'm healing from a lot of that hitting. You know, I'm really healing, really. You can see the color in my nails. Color's starting to come back in, whatever. That's one thing that the holistic people say. If your nails are all white, then you're calcified and you're not healthy. But if your nails get color pink in them, then you're getting healthy or are healthy. So, anyway, I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.